So my job today is just to give you a little bit update on where we are with the Ciliopathy Alliance. And as some of you already know, we sort of re-kicked off the Ciliopathy Alliance after lockdown. And so we've got some momentum again now and want to just make sure that we keep going with it. So I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about it. I think most of the people on the call know who I am, but if you don't know who I am, the reason I have an interest in ciliopathy is very similar to Benda, is that I'm a parent of 2 children with PCD who are now adults and doing very well. And my husband also has a retinitis pigmentosa, so we have been hit very hard with the ciliopathy stick in our house. So I have a personal interest in ciliopathies, and I ran the PCD, primary ciliary dyskinesia group, for 17 years and still very active on numerous committees relating to PCD. So I became a trustee at the Ciliopathy Alliance about 2 years ago, and I've been helping move it along in the last few years. As Amelia told us earlier on, there are many ciliopathies and there's many charities, and we're pleased that we have Usher Kids and Cure Usher have joined us on our crusade to raise awareness of ciliopathies this year formally, but many of these people were here at the beginning when we first started. So it's a growing collaboration of information and trying to get everybody to learn more about ciliopathies. And I've stolen these slides from Rowley, who did a presentation earlier on in the year using some of these slides, but these is see, there's some of the BBS. I think this is from a BBS conference. But patients and their representatives, we do have a lot of knowledge and experience of living with these conditions. And as Benda said, scientists sometimes forget about the patients, and so we are the patient voice, and we will continue to be telling our stories. And it still amazes me that you sometimes meet PCD researchers who have never met a patient, and so this is why it's really, really important that when we go to the ciliopathy or the cilia conferences, there are patient representatives there, and they can actually meet people. And again, collectively, we can start talking about the things that are more important to us. So, and again, Benda said earlier on, there's a lot of research into eye disease, but perhaps that might not be the most important thing for some of these patients. There might be other things that are going on that are actually affecting them more on a day-to-day basis. And we as the patients need to tell the researchers what we want. So the Ciliopathy Alliance was founded in 2020. Here's some of us. Oh, my slides have just done a wobble there, sorry. The Ciliopathy Alliance was founded in 2010 when some of us went to a rare diseases event at the House of Commons, and we were representatives from hearing loss, PCD, Ulstrom, PKD and BBS. And we all we all went there because it was a rare disease event. But when we started talking to each other, someone mentioned the word ciliopathy, and we actually thought it's a good idea to get together to try and promote our charities and our disease groups. And the aim was to educate people more, to support patients, encourage research, and then have some strategic input into how these diseases were managed in the future. So we set up a meeting of after the rare disease group, and then we launched in just 2012 at a Cilia Awareness Day at the Institute of Child Health in London. I think Hannah hosted us that day, and we were established in a charity with international membership. And then we had our first conference in 2012 in London, which was really successful, and we were really proud of the fact that we've been part of the organising committee for all of the 5 meetings they've had now, and we're still part of the organisation committee for Cilia 24, which is in Dublin next year. We've also had a family conference, and we've also done other things. So we've become part of the a patient partner for the Studying Ciliary Signalling and Development and Disease, the CICILS project. And we've recently become a patient partner for the Advancing Therapies for Paediatric Renal Ciliopathies, the RASIL. So we've done loads of things, but in the background there's other things that have happened, which is also we've had an input into. So many of our patient groups have now got services for their patients, so PCD, Ulstrom and BBS, all set up slightly differently, but that's a great improvement to when my children were diagnosed 20 years ago. We've now got clinical genetic services for rare disease. So babies can get tested much earlier on than before. Accessing genetic testing when my kids were diagnosed was unknown. So and also there's other little things that have happened. So PCD has suddenly become children with PCD can have genetic screening now from birth, which is just on a project at the moment, but research project, but hopefully that will carry on in the future. So there's loads of research going on that wasn't happening when we started in 2020, and I do believe that we've had a significant impact on that. So now we're still a network of patient support groups, researchers, doctors, and etc. All people either living with or affected by ciliopathies. But we've got 10 patient organisations, and 3 of them are international. We've got 300 people on our database that we regularly distribute information to, and we've got links to other patient representative organisations. So we are busy, although we're a very small charity. So our aims still are to promote, and we've kind of tidied these up a bit, but we're to promote, support and stimulate the sharing of knowledge and understanding of ciliopathies nationally and transnationally. So we do that by all various ways, but the Cilia meetings are really getting much more internationally known. We promote, we sponsor and encourage, invite patients to take part in research. So it's great to hear about the PREDICT project and how that is, and I'm sure that many of our disease groups will learn a lot from that, even if they're not included at this stage, but I think we'll be working on you, BENDAP, for that. We provide information and which will for our patients, and we work with national and international governments and other organisations to keep promoting the interest of our patient cohorts. So what we're going to do next is we have a 2-year plan. We're going to continue to strengthen our network. So this year we've strengthened our scientific board. We hope that we've got nearly all the disease groups covered now. So we've got a group of doctors, scientists who we can ask for information, and we can provide information for our patients. So we've got ready access to them. It always astounds me that our severe community are so enthusiastic, and they remain, once we get them interested, which again BENDAP was talking about, we need to get the next generation of scientists interested. But if we get them interested, they tend to stay in it, and it is quite a small community, which is great for us, the patients. So we're going to refresh our website. We're going to update our research pages. That's work in progress at the moment. We're still promoting Cilia research. Obviously, our biggest thing is the Cilia 24, and again, I'm on the organising committee for that too. We're planning a patient day in 2025. It'll be 13 years since the last one, but only if that we think that's appropriate and people want us to do that. So I think we might be sending a survey out or something and say, are you interested in organising that? So that's something for us to look forward to. We're going to continue with these webinars. I think this one we've had 15 people turn up today, but I think it's been really interesting for me, and again I've learnt loads, so I think we should be doing these. We'll do them on a half-yearly basis. The next one will be in May, and then also we're going to be developing our strategies. So we need a digital strategy so that we can improve how we support our patients and how we get information out to our patients. And we also need a fundraising strategy, because all of this work does cost money, and although we have money, we haven't got a long-term sustainable plan. So we need to work on that. So, and one of those things is that we really need to find a treasurer to help us with our finances. So if anybody knows any young enthusiastic accountants who might like a little job as a treasurer, then that would be put them our way. That would be great. So If you're not a member of the Ciliopathy Alliance, then please get in contact and use this QR code to join us officially. And then please get involved with our patient and public events, help us find that treasurer, and really, more importantly, please come to Cilia 24. We've got loads of really good things for planned, and it will be really great to see you. So join us on our mission to keep talking about cilia, and thank you very much for listening to me.